Hey everyone, Andrew Morgan with the Cyber Call. It's Monday, and today at 1 p.m., I'm joined with my good friend, Eric Tilds. Eric, how are you?
Doing great, Andrew. How are you this morning?
I'm awesome. Thanks for joining us today. Eric, I've known you now 17 years. It's been a long journey in the managed services space. And could you tell folks out there just a touch about your background? Because we're going to be talking legal today. And as somebody that was a global CLO for a fairly large MSP, I'm excited to have you on. Give us a little bit about, your background, Eric.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. I think you and I met back in my Netarx days. Netarx was a company that I was a partner in, started back in 1999. We obviously started like most IT companies do in the basement of a house, and grew from there. And when I was brought into the company as the leader in the business operations group of so legal, finance, HR, that kind of stuff, I think we were about 6 or 7 people. And we grew that over the course of about a dozen years to about 250 people, both acquisitively and organically. We were operating in 7 or 8 states when Logicalis came knocking on our door and was interested in making an acquisition. So we were acquired at a great time for us. It allowed us to do a lot of different things. And then I joined Logicalis and became their, I had lots of titles, but I was an EVP, general counsel, chief risk officer, corporate secretary, a little bit of everything on the legal and risk management side. And I spent about 9 years there and saw a lot. Logicalis is a great company. We are a global company, and while I had primary responsibility just for the U.S., I did get involved internationally an awful lot. It was a great experience for me, seeing the whole life cycle of IT, from the small mom and pop IT shops all the way through the global players.
Very cool. Eric, we're going to be talking a lot today about MSAs, managed service agreements. We're going to be talking about third and fourth party risk. We're going to be talking about governance, because we've talked a lot on the cyber call about frameworks, cyber insurance, security policy, but we really haven't gotten into, hey, let's bring somebody on that really understands the legal side of things. What are you hoping the folks out there, come away with at a high level?
I hope the takeaway is that legal and risk management and governance is important, no matter how big a company you are. Whether you're a Logicalis size, a multi-billion-dollar player in the industry, or a Netarx size, sub $1 million player in the industry when we started, it's important. And it's important for different reasons at different times in the life cycle of the company. But it's really important, and it's not something that should be overlooked, although unfortunately it is overlooked a lot.
Yeah, Eric, in closing, my hypothesis, and I want to get your gut on this, is more than ever, the things you just talked about are more important than ever, because MSPs are in a crosshairs, if you will, of threat actors. And when their customers are compromised, cyber insurance gets involved, they're ending up in courtrooms. Is risk and governance and these principles and foundations that are, enterprises do every day, becoming more important for MSPs at the SMB level?
Absolutely. A lot of us started as break fix shops, right? And when you're reselling Cisco routers, there's not a whole heck of a lot of trouble you can get yourself into as a company. When you start dealing with security, and you start dealing with other people's data, and you start dealing with all of the acronyms, the PII and the PHI and credit card numbers and things like that, it's absolutely important. And that's why the whole legal and risk management framework that you put in place needs to be there. Contracts can cut out a lot of the noise. You've talked forever. It's not if, but it's when something bad is going to happen, now more than ever. And when you can pull out a contract and see that it's reasonably drafted and see that it reasonably protects the organization, that's when people like me get a little bit of the spotlight, and hopefully it's in a good way.
Great. Well, we look forward to seeing everybody at 1 p.m. I'll put the link in the description of the LinkedIn. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.